And it was Abby Russell of the Wyoming East state champion, Wyoming East Lady Warriors. Obviously, Abby, probably a lot of people know now you were injured, you had an injury and might not be able to play this year. How tough has it been for you mentally, knowing that you're returning, but you won't be able to be out there with your teammates?
It's really hard mentally trying to get over it. The physical part is like, it's all right, but it's just mostly mental right now.
How is the injury coming along physically? Is it coming along pretty good? You're down 2.5 months into this.
It's going pretty good. I'm starting to get it to bend now and straighten it back out. The goal is to get to 90 before my 4-week appointment.
What would that mean? 90-degree?
Be fully bent.
And that's what you're looking forward to?
Yeah.
Do you ever get where you want to try to do things, even though they say don't do this yet? Is it hard not to see what you can do with it?
Sometimes.
This team this year, you guys were supposed to have, I think, 3 starters back, or if you count Hannah, who will be here this year.
Yeah.
You lost 2 to graduation, another left. Abby obviously hurt. How tough is it? You are Abby before you got hurt. How hard will it be for them to repeat, you think, with all the change that's gone on? Or do you think you guys can?
I think they have a pretty alright chance of doing it, but it's going to take a lot of team effort, and they're going to have to get their bench ready to play.
What will you do as a player, as a starter on a state championship team? What will you do to try to help this team?
I'm going to try to lead them from the sideline as best as I can and keep everybody up and hyped up for the games and everything.
Talk about the injury. Now, you told me it was the day after the state championship in an AAU game. So you come off winning in Charleston. I guess you went right on into AAU. Where was it at and how did it happen?
Marietta, Ohio, and it was we were scrimmaging, and it was the last 15 minutes of practice. I was guarding this girl, and she drove, and I just stepped sideways, and it was just over at that point.
Did you know as soon as it happened?
I kind of already had the feeling it was, but I was just kind of brushing it off and hoping it wasn't.
Were you able to get up and get around after it happened, or no?
Yeah, I stood up and walked over and was bidding it and everything as soon as it happened.
So you didn't think it was as bad as it was, or when did you know that it was probably going to be a bad injury?
Well, the week after it, they told me that I probably strained everything in my knee, but when I went outside and I was shooting and everything, shot a layup, but I went off my left leg and I came down and it buckled, and I knew at that point there was nothing, I wouldn't be okay.
Well, does it make it easier that you guys were able to win that state championship? You were able to get through those 3 games before it happened?
Yeah, I'm glad that I got through all those games before it even happened.
What is, mentally, how are you doing as far as accepting the fact, have you got to that point yet where you know that you're not going to be able to play and everything goes into rehab now?
I've kind of accepted it and trying to move on from that.
When do you think, if you had to guess, when do you think you'll be able to do things basketball-wise? I saw you in the gym just a little bit ago. You were actually shooting on a side basket. When do you think you'll be able to get back to some basketball-type workout things? Have they given you any kind of timetable on that?
Not really. They just told me that I'd probably be released in 6 to 9 months, and that's all I know right now.
Skill-wise and talent-wise and what you're able to do, is this a setback, do you think? I mean, obviously you want to play as much as you can, but do you think it'll diminish your skills at all?
I think it's going to make me mentally and physically stronger and better at what I'm going to do next year.
There have been some girls in this program who've gone through the same thing you're going through. Gabby Parts, a state player of the year, was one. Your teammate last year, Skylar Davidson's another. Have you talked to those girls and you've gotten any advice from them on how to handle this situation?
I talked to Sky a little bit, and she's helped me a whole lot through this, and she just told me it's gonna be really hard, but I can get through it, and she's there for me every step of the way.
Do you think that will you be kind of a coach for these girls? You think on game day? And
I'm gonna try to help them.
Will it be hard to go in the locker room before a game and not?
I think I can do it. I think it's just everything happens for a reason, and this is just gonna make me better.
What are your thoughts on this team overall? You got a lot of girls out there that are basically new to the varsity game.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it overall?
I think they all just need to keep working hard and they'll be all right.
Do you impart any wisdom on them on how you started when you were in their situation, just coming up?
Don't let everything get to you and just keep playing as hard as you can.
Okay. All right, Abby, I appreciate the time. Good luck with your rehab, and hopefully you can get back real soon.
Thank you.